What up? What's up, guys? Welcome back for another weekly video, preparation video for the week of May 9, 2022. So hopefully you made it out last week without any scratch because last week was a shit show. And if you're into like BDSM, I guess last week was for you. But anyway, this week we're gonna have the CPI here on Wednesday. I think this is gonna be the determination for whether or not the top of the market is gonna be confirmed. Because last week, I think last week everything was priced in with the Fed rate hike. I think that's what priced in, and it really didn't do anything with the market, right? It was there, but hopefully, I think they are waiting. They kind of set up, so waiting for CPI next week on Wednesday to make the final blow here. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. So next week, I mean, for the calendar, economic calendar part, we have that. We have the PPI on Thursday, which is also important, and then we have the consumer sentiment on Friday. So I mean that I think at this point this is important because this is where the spending gonna be, right? And then we have a lot of Fed come out for speaking. So that I think gonna definitely gonna make some movement too. Depend what they're gonna be talking about, especially the upcoming June 15th. So I mean they might talk about it, and we'll see what happens. But that I think gonna add to the volatility for the market. So that for the economic calendar. And on the earnings side, there isn't a lot of stuff like this. More of like hype stock, but the most of them are trash right now. Anyway, when we go over to the chart section, you're gonna see it. It's ridiculous. It's like all these stock has been annihilated. But one thing here, like Disney, we're gonna have. I'm not sure how well Disney gonna be doing, because it's like a combination of a couple of things like the park, and then they also have that. Netflix like the streaming part. So Netflix didn't do well, so I'm not sure how well this is going to be doing. That's one thing. And then the park, I'm not sure how well that do, because SeaWorld didn't do well. And then last week the consumer discretionary, a lot of them didn't do well. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but we're gonna go over that on the chart section. Okay, so just stay home. Ooh, did you hear that? That's a wind outside. Right now it's like 2:30 in the morning and it's raining. The wind is beating on the window. So just so you know, all right. And then part of the uncertainty right now. So right now, the stuff like the Fed, we have the rate hike that was like kind of priced in. And the only question is, right, whether or not we're going to have the 0.75 rate hike on June 15th. So that, I think, will add to the volatility later on. But right now, the Fed is kind of out of the way. Okay, so that's the thing. And then Putin right now, the question is he sick? I'm not sure if he's sick. If he is, I'm kind of scared, because the thing is, when you fight with someone, I'm not sure that I heard he has cancer. He get ready to get cancer treatment. So if that's true, that's a huge problem, because he wanna finish this shit up, fulfill his legacy, right? Unite the old mother Russia. So at this point, I'm not sure. If he is really sick, that might be a problem, because I mean, when you fight with someone who has nothing to lose, they could go berserk on you. So it's a problem at this point. I'm not sure. There's like nuclear talk and then preparation that they did in the training and stuff. So I'm not sure right now. I mean, this might be the catalyst for the oil stuff too. So that's another thing. So right now, that we have to keep a watch on it, even though it hasn't been anything significant during the war, and then all the headline hasn't done anything lately that affect the market. But I think we have to keep this on watch now. All right, and then China. I mean, China. I'm not sure if Powell was watching my video last week or not, but if he did, that's why he brought it up during the rate hike part of the segment, right? They say that the lockdown is going to have some kind of effect and on the sooner or later going to affect on the supply chain and possibly our economy. So Powell did bring that up. So that's a new part in the I'm not sure the Fed minutes. So that's one thing. So I mean, I think so too. Right now, the next few months we might gonna feel the effect of it because right now Shanghai, Shenzhen, okay, whatever that city is next to Hong Kong. Yeah, so the port is closed. So right now with all that stuff, so it's gonna take a few months to take into effect, right? In the shortage, because right now, if there's no ship unload and go in and out, that's gonna be a problem. So that's one thing, and then I mean, the economy. How big is the effect on that? Because I mean, we have Evergrande last year, right? We didn't say anything about it, but if they don't have money to finance the real estate market over there, that possibly going to cause some bankruptcy down the end of this year, right? So that's something to think about. I'm not sure. This is what me forecasting and thinking, because when I'm doing this, I see what bad thing can happen that can bring the market down at this point. Because I mean, at this point, we look like we put it at the top, but how far down we're gonna go, and then we need a catalyst. So right now, I'm just thinking out of stuff. So that's something to think about also. All right, inflation at this point, I heard some people say is already top out. Well, I don't know. I mean, is it peaking out? Is it peaking, or is it gonna continue to escalate? Because the CPI at this point right now is a lagging indicator, and how long does it lag? A 1 month, 2 month? I'm not sure. Right now, we might feel at the peak, might, but I'm not sure. We have to see on that, okay? Because that does change the consumer habit, okay? And then the wage inflation does interfere with the company earning, right? So those something to have to think about. And then fifth is demand destruction. I mean, at this point right now, it's still in the early stage. I mean, I was at the coffee shop last week. It was packed. Okay, so it's not that bad right now. Traffic kind of light, is lighter, but it's not really significant. But that's something to think about. So that's why somebody's disposable income, and then we have to look at those like discretionary spending. Like last week, okay, that just go straight into it, right? The earning, right? Last week, Expedia, eBay, all these stuff, right? Even Estee Lauder, but they didn't do well because it's part of China. Lyft, like SeaWorld, what is it? Under Armour. I'm surprised it didn't do well. Hilton didn't do well either. They guy down. Shop got murdered. Okay, Wayfair and Etsy, like all this thing, like that's consumer discretionary, right? And they're not doing well. So that's kind of forecasting too, right? So that's that's like possible inflation, that cut into consumer spending. So that's something to see up the last week earning. This week earning, I mean, it's a bunch of crap anyway. And then so COVID, I mean, might be last. I mean, at this point, I'm not. Hopefully, it doesn't mutate. That's the only thing I could say, and that's the way it is. So at this point right now, just to wrap up this part, I think like the market, what's going to move the market is going to be the CPI next week, okay, and then the Fed speaker, and then possible Disney earning, okay, because it is a bellwether, right, for discretionary. All right, so basically that's it for this section. Let's go to the chart section. Okay, so let's go over the SPY here. This is a daily chart. Last week we tried to put it low right here, right? If you watch the previous last week video, you could have seen like I forecast like using the Fibonacci extension, from here up here and then go down. Like I was like 4.2, but it didn't make it to 4.5, and then it's kind of pulled back right away. So I mean, at this point right now, this like really didn't really confirm, like it's consolidating sideways at this point, so it didn't really give me a confirmation that I want something like maybe went down a little bit more, like sharper down, like with like more penetration, all right, and then with higher volume. But at this point, it's looked like it's just sideways waiting. I guess they're going to wait for the CPI. And then as you pull out this a little bit, right, there is a small gap here. I didn't see, I just saw it today. Well, I heard someone say there's a gap, then I look at today, then I see the gap. So right now, possible it's going to be filled right there. So right now, the big question is, right, next week, what will the market be doing next week? So right now, to be honest, if the CPI come out like it's not hot, and that might say that the peak inflation is in, we might have a rally. The question is like how high we're gonna go, because right here, right at this point, there was a trap, right? This up the trap that when we went up and then we went down. But right at this point right here, this is an indecisive candle. This is a doge, like right the doji, and I'm not sure what it's called, but like this is indecisive close right here. So we're waiting for information. So at this point, it could go up this way or down this way. So if it go up that way and above this range right here, we might have a short squeeze. So like if the CPI come out well and we go above this level, there's going to be a short squeeze because there are a lot of people to shorting this market, right? But the question is how high we'll go. Right here we have a resistance level, okay, 436, I guess, and then we also have the 50-day moving average here, okay, so which is 438.68. All right, and then we also have the downtrend line. So possibly if we do go up, and maybe 440 might be the target, and then we might back down, which I believe it would be healthy for the market to do. I need some kind of like move up and then move down again. And if we do have a good CPI, we move up here. The next target, the next thing might be the Fed minutes a week from now, and then maybe the market gonna start to price in, whether or not we're gonna have to, depend. And then June 16th, so we might just gonna go sideways. If we have a good CPI, we might pull up here and then go sideways, and then wait for the next rate hike, okay, which is gonna be June 15th, or maybe other thing too, yeah. So next, yeah, basically I think that's going to be the main thing if we do have a good CPI, which I don't think we might still, this CPI might be hot, and if it is hot, where will it go, right? I think we're going to go down here. So like I said, this gap right here, 400 is probably going to be the target, all right? And this gap right here, let me see what this is. What is this? This gap right here would be around 401. So like 400 would be the target at this point with a lot of volume. All right, so that's what I'm thinking right now. Possibly 400, and that would definitely confirm the top for the market. Okay, so we will take a weekly look at here. So right now, it broke that uptrend line, and sideways right now, at this level. I want to make like the volume is elevated over here, but I want more volume to break this level. Once it break that level would allow for more volume. That's what be confirmed, right? And then this right here is stopped at the 100 moving average right now. Okay, that's a weekly chart. And then if you go out to the monthly chart, right? Look at the monthly chart right now. Like this is from 2009 up. We still in an uptrend. Okay, and then we look at this right here. If we ignore this COVID, 2009, 2020 COVID downturn here, we just draw a trend line up. See, these like basically the tunnel, right? The channel, and then right now it's still on the upside at this point. If we look at the monthly chart, so at this point right now, if this break right here, and everything gonna follow, man, it's a long way down from here. Okay, so basically just so you know, but right now we need the top to be confirmed. So that's the thing with the SPY. Okay, so that's it for SPY. The QQQ, on the other hand, I think it has already confirmed. It's went down here, it broke this low, and then the volume is somewhat elevated. All right, so which is good. Okay, same thing here. So right now at this point, I think the Nasdaq has already confirmed the top. Okay, so that's the thing with it, and then we'll see. That's all depend on the Fed rate hike, right? And this is a monthly chart. It's already went below the 20-day moving average. All right, so just so you know. So as right now, the QQQ is definitely in a bear market. Well, it's in the downturn. Okay. Well, the one thing here, this is a Dow Jones. This diversion here. It hasn't made a lower low, so that's a problem, right? And then it's waiting for something too. So that maybe, like I say, it's waiting for CPI, and if the CPI come out hot, this gonna give some confirmation. So I guess that's what the market's waiting for. We could take a weekly. See right here, it's still pretty decent. All right. So right now, I think that's the diversion to waiting for confirmation. All right. IWM in some way it did move down. I need more volume here, but it already moved down. It's in this down channel right now. You could see, right? So there's more to go. And the target, man, is right here. Around if it we are break that. So the target might be 170. So that's where we see here, you know, and then there is a gap here. So if anything, this needs to be filled. This big gap right here, even on a weekly chart too. That's crazy, right? So and we might even go down to 166. And I did the estimation where it's go with the measure move. If this measure move turn out to be right, it might go down all the way to 155. So just so you know, we have a long way down to go here. So don't buy anything. You know? Just hang on tight. Save your money for later on. All right. That's the WI. All right, and then we have the downtrend put right here. Same thing with the Dow Jones, it has a make a low, and then you know, so it's waiting for something confirmation. The only thing is I haven't this is weird, right? That's a downtrend trend put. The IWT though, however, this has already make a downturn here, make a lower low already, but it's not really, the volume didn't really confirm that, but it did make a lower low if you take a look at that. And then the weekly, you know, this is the distribution. Now it's breaking down. So right now, I mean, IWT confirmed that, but not the downtrend trend port though. So I'm not sure what the difference between the two, but I have to look into that. Maybe I'll get back to you in the next video. Okay, if you know, let me know in the comment section. All right. All right, the TLT here. TLT, man, this shit is breaking down to another low here. So it is right now, even though Powell doesn't want to go to 0.75 rate hike the next following, this thing is actually forcing them to, right? The yield, the price going low, the yield go up. So you know, at this point, this is the forecast. And look at the volume, bro. It's elevated too as it's moved down here. So right now, I mean, long way to go. And then there's a possibility, there's a measure mover here. This down here, up, and then possibly move down. So I mean, we might have some more to go, a little bit more, maybe like 210, maybe 210, 27 possibly. All right, so if you do measure more, I could just do that maybe next time, but just so you know. So right now, the bond situation is pricing in for the Fed move for June 15 already. Okay, 0.75 to 1 point. Okay, down. Okay, so basically this is junk yield bond. This has already moved ahead down, so that's kind of like confirmed it already. Okay, well, the dollar, dude, dollar is strong. All right, so look like dollar, I think, going to continue to move up, and if dollar does move up, this definitely confirm a recession, because look at this, 2008. Before that, the dollar went up. I guess safety, right? People get into that, and then the 2020, same thing happened here. So at this point right now, target wise, is $29 possibly. So man, this is gonna hurt a lot of companies too, right? With the dollar moving up, and then that's going to interfere with gold. Okay, so right now, I think the dollar has much more room to go here, and look at the volume down here. Is that a train? Man, at this time. Nearly 3 in the morning? What the hell, bro? Alright, and then gold we have here. Gold, man, gold doesn't look good at this point. I guess that as the dollar price keep going up and the yield of the bond keep going up, man, gold might have a problem. I do have a long play for gold, but it's a little bit the time play. It's kind of short. But at this point right now, I mean, it's still somewhat in the uptrend. It's fighting this support level right here, and then there's still a uptrend level. I mean, at this point it does look weak, but I think as the dollar come down, this might help. But at this point, gold play is in jeopardy right now. Okay, silver, I'm not going to talk about it. That's just weak. All right, and then oil here. Oil look like is moving back up until it make this high, then I guess it's going to be somewhat confirmed right here. But this symmetrical triangle, I mean, right now this move up here, and then if you price in, man, it's a big move up. And like I said too, and if you look at the monthly chart, right? Oh, this oil go up too. My bad. All right, because I think the oil price, despite also before some of the recession. So I mean, if this also go, that's another like confirmation for that. So right now, this is look. I mean, oil play, energy play is definitely something you want to be in at this moment right now. And I don't know. I think Russia might have something to do with the spike, the next oil spike here, and I'm worried about that. All right, the VIX at this point, I mean, the VIX is still elevated about 34, 30, and I didn't know you could trade it with the option here, with option only, you know. So that's one thing I just realized recently. Right now, I mean, I'm surprised it didn't make a high here, and it actually pulled back. So we will see what happened. Europe, and Europe is continuing to move down. I think this has more room to go here, way more room to go, especially if the energy situation not taken care of. Europe continue to move down. All right. All right, and then we have these May bellwether stock here. Man, even they did well. Look at that. Like Microsoft, they did well in the earning. They did not get rewarded. So like all the like long play you're gonna play, even with earning, you do not get rewarded. Like, same thing with AMD. This week, they did well, right? And they didn't get rewarded either. Look at that. You know. So just be aware. So long play right now, you know, do not get support. All right, Google, I mean, that has been confirming down, and then, you know, that with the ad and all that stuff with the discretionary spending, you know, company. Apple holding up right now is really good, but I don't know. Look like it's waiting for something too, like some kind of news, because right now if you draw this line, it's held. This is a small channel right here, so I don't know. At this point right now, is hold this up trend line also. Oh yeah, let's you pull out here. This is a in some way long-term trend line, right? Somewhat long-term trend line, and then if it's break, that's going to be a problem. So right now, I mean, if Apple goes, the market will go. So I'm not sure what kind of catalyst. I mean, at this point, if you have to wait for another 2-3 months to know the ends, to know you know how good they do for this coming quarter, then that might be too long. But I'm not sure if any other news, any other catalyst could move Apple down here and before the next earning. So right now, it's in jeopardy too for long and somewhat semi long term uptrend here. All right, so just be careful, just wait out, and then this setup look like it's gonna go down more, but we need a catalyst for it though. All right. Next is Nvidia. We have, I mean, we already have this trending down right now. Oh, why is the, and then this channel right here, possibly this could move lower, you know. Like I say, like, you know, AMD did well and they didn't really move. So at this point right here, this level, this is a strong resistant level at this point, right? Oh, I didn't even draw that here. Let's draw it in right here. So I mean, if it move back up right there, it might get rejected. So right now, I mean, I wouldn't play this, but I think they might do well because AMD did well. So you might not, like, if you play long side or short side, you might not get rewarded at all. Oh yeah, the earning is done next week though. I'm sorry, why did I pull that out? But yeah, but be careful on that though. All right. Tesla right now, I mean, it's broke this uptrend line already. So, and then right now it's consolidate. It retests the uptrend line. See that? Retested the uptrend line, the 50-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 20-day moving average, and it pulled down here. So it doesn't look good, and it might go down here. We need a catalyst. I'm not sure what catalyst could move this, but maybe the CPI. Maybe the CPI. We'll see what happened here. But yeah, the supply chain in China and all that stuff too. Tesla right now it doesn't look good. Okay, and then Bitcoin, if Bitcoin going down, which is going down right now too, so that might price that shit into. So right now, it's a lot of problem, a lot of headwind. So be careful right there. I would play the short side and be, just so you know, I'm not a financial analyst. Whatever I say is my own perspective. Do as your own risk. Okay, you will lose money. All right. So just so you know. Amazon here, I mean, this shit has already been coming down, and look, target right now is this next level, like 2185. All right, so man, I'm surprised this thing just dropped like a rock. So it's just crazy. Like, look at that shit. And then we nearly go back to 2020, right? That's where the COVID shit already. So like, if you look at this as a bellwether stock, imagine all the other discretionary stock coming up, and discretionary stock didn't do well last week, right? So this is a forecast right now already that, you know, consumer spending, disposable spending, that's already have a problem. All right, so just so you know, by just looking at this shit, I'm not gonna go Facebook. I'm not gonna go over Netflix. That's a waste of time because they got screwed already, right? Okay, so financial right here, it didn't make any move last week, even with increased interest rate. As I said, if you watch this previous video, I think this is also a leading, possible, a silent indicator that we're going to a recession, because if we have an increase in rate and then they could not loan our stuff, we'll be going to recession, they cannot loan, right? And then they have to pay for the increase in rate on deposit. That's a lose-lose situation for the bank. So right, that's why they're not moving. All right, so that's just so you know. So at this point right now, I don't know. And then also the invert yield curve. I mean that I don't know, don't worry about it. But right now it doesn't look good. All right. All right, here, and the healthcare sector, I mean, it's been moving down. So if this continues to go down here, it's going to drag down the market with it. Okay, the SPY with it. So right now it doesn't look good. It retraced more than 50% rates. This like 70 something percent. So I mean, it doesn't look good right now. If it continue to do this, that's going to be put pressure on the market, right? Utility on the other hand is held up at this point pretty decent, but I'm not sure how long it's gonna hold, and when that's gold, that's gonna be a problem here too, because this downside, look at this downside, the volume is actually elevated, right? And then it's in the channel too. Okay, so it's at top at the peak of the channel. Now it's moved down. Most likely, I think it will pull back with the high rate and stuff. Now, there's competition with the yield, right? So money might flow out of this shit and go to the bond or something else. Just so you know. So right now, I mean, this doesn't look good, but right now it look decent for now. All right. Energy, on the other hand, this is moving up. Just make a new high here. So, but we'll see if this uptrend line going to be a problem, because that's going to be a basically that's going to be the what is it, resistant point. And then if we look back on 2008, energy just pop up, right? And then I'm not sure what happened here. 2014, oh yeah, that the oil shit, right? So this pump up, and then we have a problem afterward. Yeah, so just so you know, energy has possibly a long way to go up here. All right. And then we have the semiconductor here. This thing is somewhat confirmed to the downside. All right, they put it in. Look like head and shoulder, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now it's already breaking down. So we'll see where it goes. Long way to go here. Support, but right now with somewhat elevated volume, right? That's on the weekly. Okay, so at this point, I think it's waiting also to make a low. Maybe we have the CPI. If the CPI come in hot, this gonna be yeah, it's gonna be a problem. All right, so basically those are just overall like chart for the overall market. Now we go to the earning. Okay, so right now PLTR, man, this thing is a heartbreaker. It's a heartbreaker, man. Look at this shit. Oh my god, it's nearly going to make it a low here. I mean, I know like during like 2 years ago when everything was hot, people wanted like doing leap for this thing when it went back down here. Like they want to do like $40 leap call and shit, man. If they did that, they like, I want to take all my money out, my saving, and put on leap call, man. If they did that shit, man, oh my god, I feel bad. I think some people did that shit too, like a lot of back holder on this thing, and especially if you play option leap, man, you lost majority of your money. All right. Well, with the stock's price too, you lose a lot of your money. At this point right now, I don't know where to go. I mean, this company has, I think, to be honest, it has potential. I mean, if anything, I would buy. I think I would buy the deep on this one, but maybe not right now. Maybe want to go down to $5 or something. I'm gonna start adding. But at this point, with this environment, no play for this, baby. Just watch. Something to keep an eye on. All right. Tyson Foot here. The thing is, down channel right here. I'm not sure if we're gonna do well or not, but this is a lower high. Okay, so that might be a problem already. It moved back up, and then it didn't make a high, but it make a lower high, and then now it withdraw, and then also it's in this uptrend channel. It's the bottom of the channel right now. Oh, I didn't draw that. Oh, too bad. Okay, like just zoom out. Okay, look at that on the uptrend channel. This might break, and to be honest, right now, how much can you pass to the consumer at this point? You know, and then wages, inflation, and all that stuff. So I think that I might have a problem to come in this earning. So right now at this point, just watch this. Okay, don't play it because it doesn't move that much anyway. Actually, yeah, maybe. It did move big here though. So be careful. But right now at this point, I would just watch that. This one BNTX. This is like some of the. Is it the vaccine? It doesn't look. I mean, it look like it might put in the invert head and shoulder here. Possible if it do well. We need some kind of catalyst. Maybe China decide to buy this shit or something. Decide to go. Decide to use this vaccine instead. Okay, so this possible. I mean, right now the setup look somewhat bullish. To be honest, somewhat bullish. If you draw here, there's another downtrend line, right? It's kind of out of the trend line. So I mean, I don't know. This possibly could be the earning might be good. If the earning is good, the mRNA earning was decent. It did not move. So I mean, the earning might not move it, but we need a catalyst. So at this point, don't play the earning. If you want to play the catalyst, possibly if China divide the vaccine of this, maybe play option and put long term out. A few months from now or something. All right. But right now, earning, I would hold on to earning for that. All right, next one, Upstart here. This one, I mean, if we have discretionary problem with, all that, Amazon, I mean, to be honest, if you're going to borrow money, pay back later, I don't know if this is going to work, to be honest. Visa, doing okay. American Express didn't do well. I'm shorting American Express already, okay, and that thing already up like 40%. At this point. So right now, I mean, at this point, this, to be honest, if we're going to play this based on what I see from Amazon and all that stuff, I mean, spending, people might spend right now, but this quarter is questioning, but the thing is, I'm not sure about next quarter. So if we base on guiding, I don't think it's going to be good guiding. Okay, so then they make a low here. So if anything, I mean, this setup look like it could pop to the upside here if the earning come out well, but I'm not sure how much gonna move up, to be honest. Like I say, like most of the earning that do well did not get rewarded. So if anything, I think this has more downside. If I play this, I might play to the downside, to be honest. That's where I would do. Okay, but like I say, that wasn't a financial advice. Okay, that's my own perspective. AMC here, man, this is a heartbreaker too. At this point right now, it doesn't look good. I mean, the money is dried up, especially, this past few months, man, a lot of people I mean, the stock market has put in a lot of frustration for a lot of people, and a lot of people wanted to quit. So I don't think the money for the FOMO shit, Robinhood, account, a lot of them has been canceled too. So at this point right now, I don't think the formal money is going to be in here. This might go back down, man, way down. And this support, if this doesn't hold, that's it, doesn't hold, that's gonna, we might move down to $5. So and then the CEO selling the share and all that stuff. So this doesn't look good, to be honest. So right now, I mean, just watch for the next, just wait and watch for this thing. All right. Blink charging station, this doesn't look good, but this has already make it move, so I'm not sure if you want to play this, because like every time you see this, right, like if you watch my previous video, you saw a lot of stock that was up here. Man, last week if you played them, it break down. It's very similar, but this has already broken down. So at this point, I mean, I don't know if you continue to play it, because right here is the support level. If you look at it, so I'm not. It's already moved ahead of earning already. So I don't know at this point. I would just wait for this. All right. Plug is nearly the same way here. Hydrogen power, you know, same situation. At this point, it's already moved. No play for me. NVAX, I mean, this is like also this vaccine play here. Very similar to the BNTX setup, or this one not as similar, but you know, it doesn't look that great anyway. Okay, so don't play this. I'm just showing you the chart. Okay. Lemonade, man, this thing used to be what? How much? $110, and guess what? Right now it's about $21. This is sad, like crazily sad. And then you know went below the CPO, like CPO price too, IPO price. At this point, I mean, this setup look a little bullish, but I don't know, man. Like this is landing, right? Yeah, on this insurance, I'm not sure how well this going to be doing. Online insurance could set up. I mean, it looked kind of bullish, but at this point, majority of play right now, to be honest, is to the downside, not the upside. So, I mean, at this point, if you could set it up to the downside, you can, but it's quite extended to the downside. So at this point, I mean, this not most of the stock has been already oversold already. All right. This one, however, though, this one is a little bit different here. This is trucking industry, right? All right, so it's below the 2020 COVID level. I think this might have more way to go here. If anything, this setup is broke down, make a lower low. Now it's sideways, waiting for catalyst, which is going to be earning, right? If the forecast is bad, this might move down much more here. All right, like look at this, the weekly chart here. So I mean, right now, I mean, it's holding this support. If it does go down, it has long way to go down here. So possibly, if you want to play it, you could play a longer time, maybe. You know, $40 as a next target, 42. So I mean, I think if you want to play this, possibly maybe negative to the downside. Like I say, it's not a recommendation. All right. This is another microchip here, semiconductor. It's waiting. I mean, at this point, it might do well, but it might not get rewarded. So I wouldn't play this one. I mean, right now it holds support, but it has room to go down here if it does break it. All right. So just so you know, right now it's distribution, long-time distribution. If this break, long way down to go. I mean, they have a couple of support, so don't play this. I'm just showing you because it's on the earning part. Peloton, man, no comment. This thing is done. All right. This weekly chart, I'm not gonna go over $15. It's gonna wait for someone to buy it. All right. Cisco food at this point right now. That's a weekly chart. It just make a new high, like all-time new high recently. Yeah, let's just make all-time new high here. So at this point right now, it's in this this uptrend channel, right? Like I say, how much you like similar to Tyson Food? You know, this might be not the same company, but how much can you pass through the customer at this point? I think people are kind of tired. All right, and with wage inflation, this at this point it doesn't look good. It's at the bottom of this up channel right here. So this could be going down here. Okay, so don't play this, because I mean the upside to this is not rewarding either. All right, Norwegian Cruise Line. I mean, I'm not sure people going to go has money to go for on this thing, and then with all this, especially this is like Norwegian Cruise. I'm not sure. Yeah, doesn't look good technically. All right, so at this point, I mean, there's room to go down if you want to play it to the short side. I mean, that's a possibility. All right, so that's something to think about. Oh, I thought I took this out, but I didn't. This is Warner Music Group. I mean, it has decent earning, but I mean, this sell off, they sold this thing too. This is like what is it, multiverse play. I do own some of this. I am a back holder, you know, just so you know. At this point, I mean, I wouldn't play it. I'm just gonna just hold out. Oh, next one is Planet Fitness here. This one, I mean, possibly anything with discount like dollar store and stuff, they do really well. Planet Fitness, I guess, is a discount fitness, and I do go to the gym. My gym is actually still very packed, so people, I guess, at this point would want to spend money on it. I think they might do well, to be honest. Like this one, and then especially this is a discount gym too, so they might do well. And then my gym is actually like a block away from the new Planet. They do expand though. That's the only problem. They do make a lot of expansion, so that might only be a problem. They do overexpand, and I'm not sure they could accommodate for those, like the debt and stuff. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. But I think the demand for this is still good at this point. $10 a month. Hey man, you can't lose for that shit. So possibly upside or don't play at all. Okay, but the downside, I don't know. But at this point, I think they might have a good earning. That's what I'm thinking. All right, next one, Roblox. Ah, sad. Back hold on this one too. Sad. Could have sold up here. I should have listened to myself. You know, that's my regret. All right, but at this point, I'm gonna see how the earnings is doing, and then we'll see. Because this thing, to be honest, has a longer way to go. And look at this projection here, dude. If this channel hold, we might go to 22. Because right now there is no nothing, like no man land at this point. So I mean, this if the recession continue to go, and then they have some problem with, you know, with the player, yeah, with the membership, that might be a problem. So at this point right now, I mean, in the long term, this might be good. So I mean, just hang on in there. All right. So 5. I'm not. Trash. Everything is trash at this point. With this, I'm sad. TTD here. This is an advertisement company. I mean, if Google had problem, I think this gonna have problem. And look at the price action here. You know, it goes ahead. And if it break this, I mean, that's a long term goal. I think if anything, I would play to the downside, because like I say, like Amazon has problems, Shopify have problem, Google has problem advertising. This not gonna do well. Okay, so downside, if anything, if you could set this up. All right, not a financial advice. All right, coin. Man, as Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin. I don't know. If Bitcoin continue to go down, this baby is going to continue to go down. So at this point, no man land either. This is sad. So I'm not sure how well they're going to do. And especially the formal money is out. That's it, man. That's it. This continue to go down lower. All right, next one, Oxygen. Occidental, I'm sorry, not Oxygen. Well, right now I just make a high. I'm not sure how well the earning is, because, you know, there's a lot of expectation, the forecast. So the earning might not do well, but if you're gonna wait after earning and play this, I mean, they might do well too. I don't know. Okay, so at this point, I don't know, but I think, like I said, oil has possibly more upside. So at this point, if you want, you could play a longer term option. You know, long out. You know, maybe up to like August, or, you know. But at this point, I wouldn't play the earning. I wait after the earning to play, and then if anything, upside. Okay. Okay. And then Oxygen. Oh no, real man, sad dude. Like I say, like this point right now, if these companies are not making money, the formal money is out. Man, people are not gonna buy like secondhand stuff, especially I think they sell like high end secondhand stuff, right? So this not gonna be helping. All right, so this right now, I mean, I'm just showing you the chart to just make you see aware of, you know, where the disposable income is coming to. They're not spending on this, obviously. All right, so discretionary spending is gonna be a huge problem. Okay, next one, Unity, man, this is a heartbreak too because this is a multiverse play, right? At this point right now, No Man Land also, and this is a long way down, long way down. The only problem, another problem I see with this is Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is crazy. Like if you could see it, go YouTube and Unreal Engine. I mean, it's just a competitor, and I'm not sure how well Unity is compared to Unreal Engine. That's another thing. Unreal Engine might take over, and Unity could go to shit, and that's what I'm worried about too. All right, but there are a lot of video game are actually, designed under Unreal Unity also. So at this point, I mean, long term wise, this still possibly be good. But at this point, you have to hold through the pain, baby. The pain is real. All right, and this one is another game, Electronic Art right here. It looked like it's in the downside, and look at this. See here, this is distribution, right? Up move, distribution. Now I think it's gonna break down here, downside, and it's close to this, short-term uptrend right here. So this might break. I mean, it's had a decent way to go down here. Okay, that's the weekly chart though. So just so you know, look at the monthly chart. Long way down, baby. So if anything, if you want, short. All right, and people don't have money to spend on game, man. At this point, in-game spending money, if they have no money to spend discretionary money, this might be a problem. Parents aren't gonna give their money to kid. All right. And then this is not a discretionary. I think Las Vegas Sand didn't really do well. MGM didn't do well. So this one, if anything, to the downside, baby. And it is set up to the downside. Look at that, right? So right now, if anything, I would, if you could set up to the downside, I would play to the downside. And man, big room to go here. All right. So just so you know, and with China locked up and all that stuff too, it's not going to help with this case. All right. So downside, not a financial advice though. All right. Rocket Mortgage. I mean, at this point, if they didn't do well in the high rate low rate inflation, I'm not sure how well they're going to continue to do here. But this is sad. All right. I'm still want to show you that. No play for that shit. Okay. I didn't know this is an Israeli company, Pfizer. At this point, I mean, this is somewhat extended down already. I wouldn't play this at this moment, but look at this. It's back to its IPO price here. So, yeah, don't play. I just want to show this. All right. No setup to play for that. Yeti. Oh man, this one. Is it like a cooler? This is a leisure, right? Leisure product. I mean, at this point right now, I mean, it did in some way extend to the downside, but price to earning ratio is 22, huh? Interesting. Oh, they do make money. Wow. I'm shocked. I mean, it's expensive or not, I cannot tell you, but right now, look at the way it is. Weekly chart. I mean, it might go down to the 2020 high here. I mean, possible. I mean, I would play this because set up to the downside. I would play this because this is discretionary earning, right? So we'll see. And this is a freaking like drinking bottle, just a cooler. I mean, how cool can it be? You know. So we'll see. All right. So that's not the recommendation. Also, okay, Krispy Kreme here. This doesn't look good. I mean, a lot of the restaurant stock didn't do well last week either. So at this point, I mean, if anything, possibly to the downside. But this is a tough support to hold here too. So maybe don't play it. All right, don't play this. No real setup right there, to be honest. Wendy, for some reason, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's been drifting. I mean, like I said, like the earning didn't do well. A lot of restaurant and stuff earning didn't do well. This one, man, it's already broken. It broke out of the trend line here. Yeah, the sideways consolidation. This is like a 2-year consolidation. Wow, the rain is picking up. Man, I'm not sure. This look bad, but we will see. At this point, I wouldn't play it though. It's quite extended to the downside, so don't play the earning. Just watch it. Okay, so Disney. Okay, Disney here. I mean, I don't know, man, and I'll show you. Like this like at this I've been buying this too, and then I just look at the chart and was like, I might have some regret here. At this point right now in this channel, it might, if it do well, it might bounce. But if it's not, man, look at this weekly chart here. It could continue to go lower, and this like the low of the COVID, right? $80. I mean, it can go down to $80 to be honest, because like what, like the part expensive, hotel, you have to pay for hotel, expensive food, the flight there, everything. I mean, I don't know. Unless unless I could create a motorverse, so people don't have to spend all that money and could go on the motorverse. That will make money, which is the motorverse place. I'm buying this because of that. But at this point right now, with the discretionary spending, man, I don't know. People are gonna put out money for the park. Right now, it's still busy, but like next quarter, I don't know. So right now, I mean, the upside to this is questionable. But look at that's the weekly chart right now. This is a weekly chart, right? And look, I mean, is it extended to the downside right now? I would not play it because like the daily setup, it might bounce here. To be honest, it might bounce. This quarter might be okay, but like in the long run, I don't think it's gonna be good. Business might be gonna be bad. And then look at the monthly chart, yo. Okay, 2009. It at this level right now. Okay, so it's in danger. It's precarious situation right now, in jeopardy. All right. So at this point right now, if this break, that means the long-term uptrend is fucked. All right. So at this point, I don't know. And it does break down here, $80, and then man, $45 if we go into extreme recession. I'm not sure what's gonna cost that, but if there is, there's a long way to go for Disney. So just so you know, I'm kind of scared. So I have to think about my position on Disney. All right. So that's one thing. So did Disney do bad, man? Man, that might be another forecast here for the overall market. You know. So just so you know. All right. So next one is Raven. I mean, in this down channel since inception, right? So I mean, this might continue to go lower. I don't see a point of it. At this point, I don't see a catalyst for moving up here. All right, Sonos, the speaker, right? Consumer electronic speaker. I mean, this shit, I think I would play on the short side at this point. Yeah, I mean, this is like discretionary spending too. They're not making money. They make money. This is an erratic company that, oh, they make money and they're not making money. At this point right now, if anything, I'll play to the short side. All right. And then we have Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is man like below the IPO price. I think this is beyond repair. To be honest, who the hell want meat anyway? And especially with the shortage and stuff, with all this thing, vegetable, corn and all that thing. I mean, this elevated price too. So I mean, at this point, this thing has more way to go. You know what? The way it's set up right now, it make a lower high here. You know, this was the news, and it couldn't make a high, and then they make a lower high, and now the way it's set up, I mean, I'll play to the short side for the sucker. To be honest, if you want to play short side, all right. Bros, Dutch Bros. Okay, at this point right now with Dutch, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how long this video is right now, but man, I am dried up. I need to drink some water. All right. All right. So at this point right now, this is in the symmetrical triangle. It could break both way right now, but at this point, this setup doesn't look bullish to me because it's right at the down trend line right here. Well, lower to this upper trend line, but to the low right up this symmetrical triangle, right, and it's also in this like short-term trend line, downtrend line here. So I mean, this earning come out bad, this baby is gone. All right. I mean, I heard it's better than Starbucks right now, management-wise, might be, but to be honest, will people still spending like $6, $7, $8 for coffee at this point? I don't know. So at this point right now, this setup right now, to be honest, I would play to the downside. That's what I could say. But hey, You know, this one is not really clear setup, to be honest, because it could move back up here, and the minute it cross above this, that's going to be a short squeeze above like 51, and that could fuse it up to 60. Okay, just so you know. So right now this in a range, so don't play in the range. But if you have, if anything, I would do, if you ask me if you want to play, I'm probably going to play in the short side. All right, Bumble, I don't know, this gap right here, it might need to be filled. So I'm not sure at this point. I mean, Match did decent, but they have a CEO, but Match did do well. Did do pretty decent. So Bumble might do okay. So I'm not sure. But the thing is, this gap right here, this need to be filled out. So be careful. All right, and then we have the Pace Tapestry. Okay, Under Armour didn't do well, but Under Armour is like a sport thing. This one is I mean, it's the middle class, right? We have like Kate, Coach, you know, not LV. But at this point, I think people, this is like maybe reopening play here, possibly, because people do need clothes to come out to flex, right? That's a flex culture at this point. Right now, the setup, I think, is already broke down here. It's somewhat extended to the downside. I would not play this at all at this point. I mean, it has a lot of room to go downside, but maybe the next quarter or the following quarters. But at this quarter right now, I think people might still spend money to buy because they want to go out, right? They need clothes and stuff, you know, to flex. So at this point, I mean, if you play the downside, the earning might come out good. And then if you play the upside, you might not get a lot rewarded. So at this point, don't play this, okay? All right, Six Flag earning. The Six Flag earning has already ran, right? This look like it ran. SeaWorld didn't do well, so I don't think this gonna be doing any better at this point. Six Flag, okay? So it's already breakdown. It's a little bit extended, so don't play this at all, and not yet, unless it's bounced up here before earning, and you could catch it right here, and you know, if you could play the downside, then hey, that's something you could try. All right, just so you know. And then we have Affirm. Okay, Affirm. I mean, if Upstart gonna have a problem, Affirm right now, the setup is different than the Upstart. But at this point right now, I mean, the next quarter or so, people are running out of this disposable income to spend, right? And they swiped in credit card right now. But I mean, by next quarter, I think this is over. Okay, and then the forecast, I'm not sure if they do bad forecast. This has continued to go down here. This is no man land. All right, so just so you know, be careful. Don't play it. Don't play it though, because it's extended to the downside. All right. Toast, I think this is the new company. I don't know much about this company. All right, but right now it look a little bit bullish. It's came out of a downtrend line here, and then it's come back to visit. I mean, I could draw another downtrend line here. Let's see up here. All right, we'll see. But right now, I mean, this is in the service sector of like restaurant and stuff. So I'm not sure how well they're going to be doing, because people right now, I mean, the DoorDash did decent, right? So I mean, this possibly could do decent too, but it's somewhat extended to the downside too. So right now, don't play this, just to watch and observe and see what could you pull out of this. All right. And then last but not least, we have Postmark. I mean, this look like real rare, right? No play. I mean, look like they might have more downside here to go. At this point, this down channel, big down channel. So at this point, I mean, I don't know. So at this point, that's it for the video, guys. Don't play pose, okay? And if anything, just be careful next week. We might have the same thing like last week. I think might be more violent to the downside if we have a hot CPI. All right. So be careful, and thank you for watching, and good luck on trading. Okay. All right. Bye.